Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome back. This is going to be for Scorpio. Scorpio, we're going to see what is going on in your energy. We have the Two of Swords coming out for you. Okay, so maybe your intuition is kicking in. It might be about an Empress, but let's find out. Maybe a Libra. Tell me more. So, Scorpio, it looks like you are about to take action, or you are going to take charge of something. Okay? I do feel like you're about to let go of your guard on something here. You're going to release something here. Okay. So, maybe perhaps your money. Okay? Because it's coming out as money. Money, 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 money. Yeah, it's coming out as money. You might be pushing somebody away. You're going to end up fighting with somebody here. Yeah. I feel like you're going to end up fighting with somebody. Okay, hold on. Tell me more, Spirit. No, you're not going to fight with somebody. Somebody's going to think you're going to fight with them, but you're not going to do it. As a matter of fact, you might be highly emotional instead, and you might not like feel comfortable in this relationship, okay? Like, you might feel sad. You're not getting your way in this relationship, okay? So, somebody might be surprised that you're not fighting them. Something like that, okay? Because it's either or. Just put the energy where it belongs. This could also be somebody that you've been feeling irritated with lately. And that person's feeling like you're giving up on them. Or you don't believe in them. This could have been somebody you were in a connection with. This might be somebody who thought that it was more beneficial to be in a relationship with you because this person specifically gets into relationships for the sole purpose of, getting financial support, right? So you more likely had a lot of frustration with this person until you realized and you spoke up and you realized what was going on here. Maybe you saw something that was written down, you received a note or a letter, or you heard something. Oh yeah, you saw something here. There was a letter of some kind, and that's what caused this breakout of a fight, caused conflicts, maybe even caused you to feel like you were having to compete with somebody, and there's like some kind of heartbreak going on there. Queen of Cups is coming out in reverse, Cancer. So I feel like you weren't seeing the progress that you wanted. Okay, maybe you were dealing with a bad mother, just a flat out bad mother, a very toxic mother who was abusive. That's how it's coming out. Somebody who might have been very abusive here. Tell me more. Somebody who, well, I want to say emotionally manipulated you. Okay? I'm also saying that somebody who possibly promised you that there was going to be like this positive change in this relationship, Things were going to be really good. Y'all were going to go on this journey together and have this progress. I just feel like this person promised you a lot. And then instead, what happened was you were constantly having a hard time completing tasks. You were having a hard time getting things moving, getting things going in the direction that you wanted it to go in. Yeah. Scorpio, just be careful with how you treat people. So there's something about that here. Something about you, just be careful with how you treat people. Your awareness here. Your awareness about something changed the way you saw the picture. You saw everything. It changed how you saw this Empress in reverse. Yeah. Something came to light. Something came to your attention. Some kind of truth just like popped its head up out of the blue. Something came out. And it could have been a letter, like you found a letter or you received a letter. It's something that was written, right? Maybe you read something and that made you feel defensive, and that's how come it led to this heartache, and that's what led to this fight. And then I see you here as making a new plan, and you're mad. I feel like you're very angry here. I feel like you're making a plan, but what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, is you're not using your head, unfortunately. Spirit is saying you're not using your head, and be careful with the way you treat people. Okay, so something about the way that you treat people. It's coming out again. Okay. Just be careful with the way that you treat people. You might be coming off being bossy. Okay, you're coming off as somebody who doesn't care what people think, which is perfectly fine, right? Um, but the thing is that you need certain connections for jobs and for, I mean, as a society. Okay, let me just say it this way: as a society, we do tend to need other people, right? We need connections so we can know where the better jobs are, things like that. Um, it, you're not going to see a lot of progress, right? If you are cutting off the relationships that are around you because of one specific relationship that has really messed you up, right? That has really got you just like, "Ugh," and I don't blame you, right? But the thing is that you don't want to go around cutting off your nose just to spite your face kind of energy, right? Because that's what's going on here. That's what I'm seeing. So Spirit is saying, don't do that. Be careful, right? Tell me more. What else should Scorpio know here? So Spirit is saying, like, hey, be careful because how you're treating people, because it's going to come back and get you, You're going to need that help from somebody, and that person's not going to be there to help you because of the way that you're treating them now. Because it looks like what you're doing is you're taking your anger from one person and you're possibly, like, throwing it out to other people around you, right? Because you're not getting what you want. That's what I'm hearing. You're not getting what you want there. Yeah. I think that's what's being exposed to you here. There's a truth that's coming out here. And it really has you in your head, which is understandable. Okay? But I also see you going towards something. Okay? I do feel like you're going to be getting out of this mindset because of something that is coming out to the truth. And I'm hope it's what I'm saying here. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be like something that was something that you read. Okay? Or it could be part of this plan that you're making. Like right now, you're planning something, okay? So you're going to be going towards something else, changing direction, going towards something that's going to be more of a peace of mind of some kind, okay? I don't know if this is career or in a relationship. Oh, to have a new beginning. So for one of you, I'm getting that you might be wanting to become a writer, or you've been writing things down. Something about that significant here. Also, you might have been changing directions and like going somewhere where you can talk to people so you can get some clarity about a situation. So it's kind of giving me like a support group kind of energy. That's what I'm getting. And it's actually helping you because you're actually being able to sleep. Yes, you're getting some sleep here. I'm getting high swords here, guys. Okay. So, I think you realize that somebody betrayed you in the worstest way. Okay? You're finally getting some sleep here. But I also feel like you might feel conflicted. Like you're not really sharing all of it. Okay? Because maybe you feel ashamed, possibly. I feel like that's why that's coming out. Like, you have an idea stuck in your head, and it might make you feel like ashamed of what happened, okay? Something like that. And that's why you're stuck in your head. You're not really trapped, but you just think you're trapped because you don't want people to see, right? That kind of thing. Oh, wow. Scorpio. So, okay. So this is why Spirit was saying to be careful with how you treat people. Okay, because you might end up meeting somebody at this meeting. Okay, because I feel like that's what I'm looking at. Like you're going somewhere to like discuss things with people, to get something off your chest, to get some clarity, and you're actually sleeping better. And that usually means like some kind of therapy thing or some kind of support group of some kind, right? Now, we do have the Knight of Cups out, and I do feel like this is like some kind of offer coming towards you. It could be a love offer, you know, but I don't feel like this is a love offer. I think this is more of like something new. Okay, like somebody wanting to make you a partner, or yeah, to make you a partner into something. And it is giving me like this vibe of possibly like a business vibe. Okay, for one of you, it is an offer, like a romantic offer, like somebody coming towards you for that, right? But for another one of you, I feel like very strongly that this is not a love offer, but more of something that is going to be something like business wise, abundance coming your way, right? But it's going to be something that's going to have a lot of responsibility. Yeah, Scorpio. I don't know if you're going to want it. Maybe that's why you're really in your head about the whole situation, like thinking, like, you know, do I take it? Should I not take it? Okay, so that's the question. Scorpio, spirits, should Scorpio take it? This offer? Romantic or business? Should Scorpio take this offer? Yes or no, please and thank you. Let's find out, Scorpio. So I think that's what is going on in your head. Like, should you take it? Should Scorpio take this? Always use your own discernment, Scorpio. Spirit is saying no. Don't take it. Yeah, I kind of thought that because I think you're going to be tempted to want to take it because of the abundance coming in, right? And it might be something that you've done before. Something that you have some kind of experience in, right? But we also have the 10 of Wands coming out, Scorpio. So it makes me feel like you might have to give up more than you're expecting. You know, you might even have to give up your personal relationships with other people. And it doesn't have to be romantic. Just, you know, you're like being able to be around your family or going to family barbecues or, you know, stuff like that, right? It just seems like you're going to be giving more into that position if it is a job. I feel like everything's going to be very one-sided to the point where you're going to be carrying the load of something here. Okay? And that's why Spirit is saying no, don't take it. Okay? So go back to what you were doing over here where you were going back to this group possibly to help you like sleep better, help you get a lot of stuff off your chest. Go back to the group. Again, watch how you're treating people, right? And just wait for a better offer because I do feel like there's going to be a better offer down the road. It might not be tomorrow, but there is a better offer that's going to come down the road. This one might end up leading you to trouble, okay? That's what I have for you, Scorpio. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this reading. Hope this helps. I'm so sorry that you're going to have to see some kind of truth here with that Sun card energy. That's what I'm seeing. Like you're going to find out some kind of truth. It's just going to really do a bad number on you. Yeah. But you are an emotional human being like everybody else, right? You have a right to be emotional, but you don't have a right to take it out on other people. So just be careful with that. Maybe you say things, you know, and it just comes out without you realizing how people are taking what you're saying, right? It happens, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, Scorpio, thank you for joining me. Catch me in the next one. Hope this helps you in some kind of way, gives you some kind of clarity about the journey that you're on, you know. But do be careful with that because you could be closing doors instead of opening doors, and that's what you want to do, right? Bye, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, sorry. I'm running out of space.